It's not anything to be ashamed of to say, well, it kind of looks like that structure's worked quite well for the entire duration of mankind, and so maybe we mess with it at our peril.
You're hearing about family values from the childless and unmarried. Don't follow them.
The women have to stop blaming men for their sense of malaise or misery.
I didn't create you people to kill and torture and rape each other. I created you to be good to each other. I love the God who had a flood.
Alright guys, this video is in response to an attack that happened in Portland today, or yesterday, I think it was today. An attack that happened in Portland against a journalist, Andy, I don't know how to spell that, say that last name, NGO is how it's spelled. Andy made the mistake of being in Portland and not being a leftist. Now, I'm not sure if he's on the right or where he falls on the spectrum, but he was attacked or quote-unquote milkshaked, and then the story was that after being milkshaked, he was beaten. New information has come out since then that it appears that the wounds are from the substance that was in the milkshake cup. Later on, police have said, or they claim at least, that the substance was concrete mix. And this is why it's okay to fight the left. It's no longer optional to have a civil conversation with these radical activists. It's no longer an option to have civil discourse on that level. And they started it. They threw the first punch, they lit the fire, they pulled the trigger. This is why I support Proud Boys. I support everything that they do in terms of kicking the left's ass wherever they happen to show up and take care of business. Because this isn't acceptable. And I'm not saying it's okay to fight the left because political violence is okay. This is not political violence. This is self-defense at this point. This is not about, oh, you hurt my feelings or I don't like your ideology. No. It's not about politics. This is about being able to live in your day-to-day life without having, the threat of violence looming over your head because you have the wrong fucking opinion. That's unacceptable. And this is why it's justified to fight the left. They need to be fought. They need to have their noses bloodied. Oof. This is also the same day where the guy at the Charlottesville protest was sentenced. Something like 400 years, 200 years, some obscene amount of time for a girl who wasn't even hit by his car. And as far as I understand, there is a possibility that he was fleeing armed leftists when he got into the car and hit the counter-protesters. I don't know if he's innocent or guilty. I don't know shit on that. I know that there is enough circumstantial evidence to not say it was that he was clearly motivated to do political violence. So I'm unclear on that. I don't have all the information on that. All I know is that sentencing was ridiculous. But it brings us back to the topic at hand. Fighting the left is perfectly okay. It is okay for people who are seeking to harm you to be harmed in reaction and to be harmed preemptively. If they have a clear intent to do you harm, get them. I'm sorry, that's honest. That this is not me being a political mastermind here. This has nothing to do with politics. This is about you living your everyday life. This is about you just being a human being every day, day in, day out kind of shit. So, it's okay to fight the left. It's okay to not feel bad for them. Because ultimately, this is not about political speech anymore. That this is outside of the realm of political discourse. The left wants to paint it that way. They want to say, oh, we're just expressing our right to freedom of speech. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're becoming a terrorist, and you're getting in my way. So my solution is to remove you. And that's a reasonable solution. It is not unreasonable to remove a violent actor in any way, shape, or form. That is a perfectly reasonable thing to do. And you shouldn't even question it anymore. It shouldn't be a question as to whether or not it's okay to fight leftists. They're fighting first, they're throwing the first punch, and they need to be fought back. So, support your local Proud Boys chapter. Go out, find it, and get engaged. Because this nonsense is enough. This is enough right here. We don't do milkshaking here in America. We don't follow the lead of UK politicians who say, oh, milkshaking's for pussies. It should be battery acid. Yeah, we don't follow those leads. In fact, the last time that a U.S. politician they just had a soft drink thrown on them. Yeah, the person who threw the soft drink got their asses handed to them, and they got arrested, and they're facing a sentence. They are being charged. That's how we handle it in America. The shame is that now that it's hit our everyday lives, we haven't applied that same rule to everyday people. You need to change that. You need to get in the mud. You need to get in the fight. You need to get dirty. Because I am shocked that I have to say this, but when you hit this denominator, this lowest common denominator, if you don't match it, you lose. We know we're stronger than they are. We know we're more trained. We know we have more resources. We're more stocked. We have more weapons. We know we can take them. That's not the question. The question is whether or not you have the balls to actually do it. They're betting that we don't. And that's why we're losing. So, just to make it abundantly clear, it's okay to fight leftists. Fight them wherever you see them, and don't back down. Once again, guys, stay carnal. Bye.